today with Wootton, Assistant Grand Master, Right Worship Brother Devagnanam, Mr. Grand Master, Sriram, the author of the book, and I am the retired war horse, K.R.M. Now, first of all, this book is going to be released today. Was about 8 months in preparation. The celebrations itself did us exercise. In fact, the Assistant Grand Master asked me for this progress. Now we have...
Thank you, sir. This is my 19th book, and sometimes I feel like a mother who's had too many children. And there are times when I find that if the cover is looking good, I don't go too much into the detail after the book is published. But this is a book that I will really cherish and look back upon with a lot of happiness, essentially because of the to work on, in terms of the number of years and also in terms of the period, which is a period that is very close to my heart, starting from the Mughal Empire and coming on to modern India. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself working on this. I had the privilege of working with Karthik Bhatt, who comes from a Masonic tradition, his father being a Mason himself, who is here today. And so Karthik filled me in on a number of details of which I had no idea. Long before this book came up, Karthik predicted that such a book would come about. And Karthik Bhatt's predictions have generally had a way of becoming the truth. And so I wasn't very surprised when one day my dear friend, Mr. Ravi Menon, whom you all refer to as Right Worshipful Brother K.R.M. Menon, who has been one of my guides in several of the history books that I have written, in particular the Madras Chamber of Commerce and Industry book, and the stories that he told me that couldn't go into the book deserve a bigger book, and Freemasonry. And during the course of this book, I then Mini Amirapu, who is not here in the audience today, who did the proofreading of the book, Venkatesh Krishnamurthy, who helped partly with the research, particularly in the DGL's library. I owe a lot to all these people.
From whom we've just heard, it has an excellent foreword by Ravi, which says that the book was commissioned as recently as September last year. And to go from September last year to where we are today is a remarkable achievement on which all should be congratulated, including those Masons who contributed to the funding of the project. Symbols, we have things which strike the modern world as slightly odd, but they came into existence with real purpose in medieval Europe, with stonemasons travelling from construction project to construction project, and they operated like passports, like qualifications. If you have the handshake and the symbols, you were recognised as being qualified as a stonemason to do the job. And these certificates of membership operated in the same way, of cutting off the noses of those they captured. And there were many apparently who suffered such misfortune, and clearly generated the career of the first worshipful master. Presenting you with your copy of this excellent book.